Imagine the year is 1992. Now imagine that the race for the Tories has narrowed to 3 candidates instead of 2. Nancy Bukowski, Doug Mayne, if you remember, and Ralph Klein. Do you remember Doug Mayne? Anyways, Nancy is brilliant, but liberal. It's kind of an oxymoron, but it's possible. Doug's a nice, principled guy, but nice guys finish last. And Ralph is, that statement kind of scares Ralph because he's even nicer than Doug, but I digress. Ralph is kind of a unique guy. He's folksy, charming. The party recognizes that he is the best guy on the ballot to sell his party again, and sell that party again and again and again to the people of Alberta. And they're right, and he does. And I can't believe I'm comparing myself to my political nemesis, but as he was the right man for the job for that party, for that time, so I believe I am today for the Wildrose Alliance. That's at least what my notes are written here. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I've made a decision tonight, and I am really impressed with both of my candidates, my other candidates up here. I hate public speaking. I really do. But I want to take this opportunity to commend both of the other candidates in this race and give you a clearer choice on Election Day. And I'm going to throw my support behind Mark Dyrholm. No payment is necessary.
Not as fourth.
But thanks, you guys have been great. I'm really disappointed at the small turnout tonight. But I appreciate being able to share these things with you, and I wish both candidates well.
Danielle Smith.
I'm really sorry to see Jeff leave the race. We've had a lot of fun at these forums. So far, we've talked a lot about policy, but I'm going to switch gears a bit and talk about something that matters even more. Something that's a bit hard to express. What I'm talking about is values, continuity, vision. And I think it's in this respect that our party differs the most from the progressive conservatives. I didn't come here tonight to complain about the conservatives. I think each and every one of you know the reasons why you're here. What I did want to talk about is Alberta, as it was, as it is, and as it should be. Why is it so many people came here? Why did they still come here? What is it they hope to find? We all know how Alberta began. It began with those incredibly brave settlers who came to this place over 100 years ago and found nothing but empty wilderness. There wasn't much here, nothing but empty prairie and bush. There was no buildings, no roads, no wells, no food except for what you could grow on your own. Some of those original people who settled here, just east of here, north of Lloyd, were some of my own ancestors, the Hawkins family, on my mom's side. Back in the 1800s, they were homesteading on the Kansas plains. On my dad's side, we came from the Ukraine. My great-granddad was Philippus Kolodniki. He was from the Galicia province. When he got to Canada, some immigration bureaucrat renamed him Philip Smith. Must have been easier to spell or something. But the Hawkins started farming, and Philip Smith, he worked as a CPR switchman. I think it's good for us to remember those people and those times, because it's those people and those times that stamp the Alberta character. And it's sometimes good to consider why it is they came here at such great sacrifice and risk. Was it for an easy life? Was it so that someone else would take care of them? Obviously not. They wanted to build a new society where they could take responsibility for themselves and build their own communities in their own way. People like Philippus Kolednicki, he wanted to be free of the stifling authoritarianism and extreme poverty of Eastern Europe. People like Jim Hawkins from the plains of bloody Kansas, he wanted to find a place where he could raise his family in peace and prosperity. All of them came here for what was once called the last best West, and they were determined to make the best of it. And it seems clear to me that this is why people always come here, and why they continue to come here, to get ahead, to make a positive difference, to be free of the tragedies and pointless hatreds of human history, to build anew, to contribute, to earn their own way, and to help others do the same. But somewhere, somehow, and it's been slowly over time, the current progressive conservative government has lost sight of this. Instead of helping Albertans get ahead as Albertans, they seem to be more focused on getting into power and on staying in power. To me, the most unsettling proof of this was the decision of our current Premier in the last progressive conservative leadership contest to set Albertans against our own base industry. It was a calculated political strategy, and it worked for him. But it's created lasting economic and political division and damage in our province, and I don't think we've seen the end of it. I think this will go down as the single worst decision any Premier of any Alberta government has ever made. But it's this kind of divide and conquer strategy that is undermining Albertans, and it's what we've always been determined to try to avoid. The idea of government as arbitrary master instead of as willing servant. And it's the problem that we see in the legislature today. It's the reason why we have record voter apathy in Alberta. Why vote? They're going to do what it is they want to do anyway. But this is why there's a Wildrose Alliance Party, and this is why I'm running to be leader of it. To give Albertans back to Alberta. To reunite our province, Edmonton and Calgary, north and south, rural and urban. Powerful PC machine is not going to be easy. Certainly got a whole lot easier after Monday night's by-election. But I want you to remember this, that every party who's ever governed this province has done exactly what it is we're setting out to do. Right. First the United Farmers, then the Social Credit, and lastly the Lougheed Conservatives. They all arose, seemingly out of nowhere, and swept the old group out so a new and better group could come in and do what so badly needed to be done. They all started with nothing. Nothing except these three things. The vision of a better future, the courage to speak honestly, and a love for Alberta that unifies us all and makes us absolutely unstoppable. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Albertans, the Wildrose Alliance follows squarely in this unbroken and powerful tradition. We have the ideas, we have the courage, and we have the passion and the skill to unify, inspire, and move Alberta forward. If you haven't already bought a membership tonight, I encourage you to do so. Join us and let's make this happen.
Videotaped it as well, and we'll be putting, I believe, on the internet at some point or another, a YouTube version of this for people to